Hi everybody, welcome to week 3 of quarantine. How are you guys doing? I certainly miss school and I miss you guys. I'm sure you guys are antsy and ready to just run around, so that's what we're going to do today because we're working on speed. Alright, remember, when we're running, we're not running slow, okay? We gotta have a nice pace, but sometimes we gotta sprint. So, to warm us up today and get a lot of energy out, we're going to sprint. But before we get started with the warm-up, it is going to include back break falls. And before we do those, I want to make sure you know how to do it right so that you don't hurt yourself. Okay? When we do a back break fall, I'm about to show you guys how to do it, but I want to talk it through first. All right? We do it in steps. So a back break fall, right? We land, our butt touches the ground first, then our back, and then our hands. So everybody say it. Butt, back, hands. That's what hits the ground. Notice how I never said your head touches the ground, because while you might be at home on a carpet, a yoga mat, a rug, or at karate, sometimes we do back break falls and we land on the nice mat, or the other ones that I'm about to use too. Those are all soft surfaces, but if you fall on the hardwood floor or you fall on the pavement outside, your head hitting the ground is not going to feel as nice as it would be if it landed on a pillow. So with that being said, let's get started. All right, remember, our head does not touch the ground. Can you guys see? No. So we're gonna go lower. Aha, there we go. All right, so I have my mat all set up for me. All right, so what's gonna happen first is I'm gonna sit. All right, all we're gonna do is sit and we're gonna practice. Notice I'm sitting on my touche. All right, from here, we're just gonna roll back and roll up. Yes, I'm wearing fuzzy socks. Roll back and roll up. All right, I want you guys, I know this is, I'm not gonna hit my head, but watch, when I roll back, I'm rolling on my back and coming up. Back, it's almost like I'm doing a crunch and coming up. Back and coming up. All right, this will also strengthen your core. So, roll, come up. But if you want, that's if you want a challenge, because think, if I'm rolling back like this, I'm pulling myself up. I'm almost doing a crunch. What I want you guys to focus on is your back. So, back, up, or if you want the easy way, you're just rolling on your back. But notice how my head is not touching the ground. Both sides, my head didn't touch the ground. All right. Do that a couple of times, like 10 times, and then come back to the video. So pause right now and do it either 10 crunches or 10 rolls like I just did, and come right back. Okay, so what you guys should have focused on in that last drill was simply rolling on your back. I added the crunch because it could be something to help strengthen up your core. So I hope you challenged yourself and did 10 of those. All right, again, the technique I'm looking for is that you can roll on your back, because this is where, after you land on your butt, you need to roll back this way, but enough to have enough control where you don't hit your head in the process. So if I'm falling down, if I start by standing up, all right, I'm gonna fall back and roll, but I don't want to hit the ground. I mean, I don't want my head to hit the ground. So what I'm saying is, when your butt touches the pad or touches the floor or touches anything, you need to roll back far enough to where, you know what, you controlled your fall, but not far enough to where you slammed your head. So moral of the story is, do not hit your head while you're doing this. So let me point you guys a little bit lower so you can see the pad. All right, so we just did the roll a few times. All right, I'm gonna put it this way so you can see. You guys should be here. All right, so this is where we should be at. Butt, back, all right? And then come up. That was the challenge. Butt, back. All right, so if I'm falling now, slap, come up. See how my head didn't touch the ground? I rolled back far enough to where my back was on the ground and slapped, but my head is still up. So, roll, slap. All right, I'm slapping down here. I'm not slapping up here, because up here, I'm putting stress on my shoulders, and we don't want that either. So, down, slap. And again, if you reach up here, you're more apt to hit your head as well. So keep everything low. Keep your hands here if that helps. Slap. All right? So I want you to do 10 more of those, but do them controlled like I am. We need to take it slower. Butt, back, slap down here. Parents, make sure the slap is down here, not up here, not up here. All right? So again, slap. controlled. Don't push them yet. Just do it slow. Do some sit-ups if you want to engage your core. Do 15 of those and come right back. See you guys. Alrighty, so finally we are ready to fall all together. So grown-ups, push your kids down. Alrighty, so your parent is going to stand in front of you. They're going to lightly push you at first, and you're going to fall, slap. Fall, slap. Fall, slap. Alright, I might have pushed up with my hands. Alright, don't do that. At first, as you get used to it, you can, but you also want to make sure you can get up quickly. So, a lot of times when we do the back break fall, we also teach a back shoulder roll, but that will be for another day. What I want you guys to do is when you fall, you're going to make a figure 4 with your legs. Alright, so if I land, it's a 4. Alright, so that way I can launch myself back up without using my hands. Up, fall, up. Alright, so now take the time, 5 minutes or so, to practice some back break falls with your siblings, your parents, your dog. Alright, fall down, get used to it, don't hit your head on the ground, and we'll get started with the drill. Let's do it. Alrighty, so right now you are going to do a tempo run drill. It's like follow the leader in the sense that you are going to run when this character does, you're going to fall when this character does, and you're going to jump when this character does. The reason why I taught you the back break falls is because when he slides under the obstacles, you are going to drop and do a back break fall. The way this drill works, which I will have a brief video explaining in just a moment, is you're going to run with the character on the screen as though you are playing the game. Jumping, ducking, and ultimately sprinting away from the monkeys that are chasing you, just like you would be in the game. You are now a video game star, and let's get our running shoes on and ready to play. So let's listen to some instructions before we get started.
Alright, so you're running. You're gonna jump. Turn. Jump. Keep running, jump. 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 Alrighty guys, you get the point. This is tempo run. You are going to jump over things like this. And when there's fire or there's like a tunnel sort of thing, a branch maybe overhead like this one, you're going to duck. You're going to do a back break fall and get right back up. Back break fall. Get back up. Keep running. Back break fall. And keep running. And then jump. Alright, this is what you guys are doing. Go, go, go. Follow the lead of this guy.
Alrighty guys, so today we are going to be looking at the second half of Action Karate Form 3. Alright, so after the twist and punch. So I'll get started with some of the moves beforehand so that way you can follow along easier. Don't get confused at first because I'm trying to figure out how to do this mirror image as well, because obviously when I'm in person with you guys it's easier for me to look at you and be like, okay, this is my direction, you guys are going the opposite to follow along, if that makes sense, and do it in your eyes. But right now it's just different because I can't see you, so I might talk a little bit more in the beginning. I mean, you guys know me, I talk a lot anyways, but if I'm figuring it out, it's not because I don't know what I'm doing, it's because I'm trying to figure it out best so that way you guys can follow along easy at home. So it's really simple from the end, from now until the end. There's just a little turn that involves you taking a knee and coming back up, which might get a little bit confusing since I'm not there to help you guys. So it's really important that when you record and take pictures that you show me that part of the form once we get there. We might not get there today. I don't see why we wouldn't, because I think we can just finish it in this video and you guys can practice it and we can keep working on it. But I just don't want you guys to get confused. So when we get to that part of the form, I will tell you, and I want you to work on that because the moves working up to it aren't as bad. Not bad, but they're pretty straightforward. Whereas once we get to that one, just because we're on the camera, it might be a little bit harder to follow along. So I will let you guys know once we get there, but I figured I'd tell you now that we might run into some weird interpretations, but that's what we're about right now, is learning and adjusting to what is our normal for now. So let's get started in Action Karate Form 3 Part B. So we're going to take it from the spin back fist and twist and punch. Make sure you guys get yourselves here. We're going to turn the foot. All right, super important. Chamber, roundhouse kick. All right, chop, step back, chop, step back, chop. All right. I don't remember what I'm going to do now. All right, I'm doing it again. All right, follow me. Roundhouse kick, chop, chop, chop. All right, now I'm about to do it your way. So with my right foot, all right, I just kick with my left foot, so hopefully you guys would follow along, but you're doing this with your right foot. So if you're watching the TV, this is the direction in which you should be doing it. Okay guys, so basically to reiterate what I just said, I did the form in the direction that you should be doing it, just on the opposite side on my part. So right now, regardless, do not interpret which way I'm facing, just face this way. So if you're watching the TV, you should be facing the right. This is how we do the form. You're doing it to the right. So if my TV is over here, okay, I'm in my guard stance, I'm going to kick with my right foot, alright? But I'm just doing everything opposite of you guys so you can see what I'm doing. So, from here, I want you guys to be able to see my foot. In the last clip, I'll actually just insert it here, alright? Make sure your standing foot is turned all the way back. Here, take a look. So notice after I did my twist and punch, I'm turning my foot to the side, but as I lift my chamber up, my foot turns all the way towards the opposite wall and my knee is pointed. See, I kicked with the shoelace of my foot, I landed and chopped, but make sure that that standing foot gets turned back all the way. Alrighty guys, just a reminder, I know I didn't show it as good as I could have in the last clip, but your stances on those 3 chops should be very nice horse stances. Just like we had strong stances in the beginning of the form, we should continue to have strong stances even towards the end of the form when we're learning new things as well. So I'm going to show you guys a clip right now of those low stances when you're doing the chops. After the chops in the horse stance, I'm going to move to the next move of the form, which is the axe kick. Remember previously in the video I told you that there would be a move that might get confusing, but we're not going to work on that today. Sorry, I'm in the basement. We're going to work on that next week. So let's do the chops and the axe kick today, and then we'll call it a day and move to our stick set. So make sure you have your lightsabers on hand as well. So let's get started. Hey guys, so excuse Miss Allie when she finds out which direction you guys are doing it in, but the axe kick, which is the next move of the form, is going to come from the right side. So I just did it like you would. You're going to do it on your right foot. So mirror me now, all right? I'm using my left foot, but use your right foot, so match me. So if I'm in my guard stance, alrighty, watch. I'm going to, I believe, watch me figure it out again. Alright, I'm punching, kick with your right foot, chop, 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 alright, your right, and then your right foot comes forward with an axe kick, alright? When you're in that cross stance, okay, the leg that's kicking with, which should be your right side, should be behind your front leg in that cross stance. So let me slow it down for you guys like I am right now and just take a look. Alrighty guys, so normally I would have you practice that like a million times in class. So take what I just taught you and work on it. Work on the axe kick, alright? I did it so that way you guys could follow. So wherever my belly button is facing, you guys should be facing the same way. Alright, don't face opposite of me. Follow the direction of me and work on those kicks. Your right leg is doing the axe kick. Alright, work on the axe kick. Work on that half of the form. We'll get to the more complicated-ish part next week. But work on that. Chop, 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 and then cross stance. Make sure your legs are crossed, all right? And then my back leg comes forward, up, right? That front kick chamber, all right? Up, and then all right, guys. So get your lightsabers. Last week we worked on down, down, up, up, side, side, stab, up. Those are the first 8 counts. Now I'm going to teach you the second 8 counts, which is 9 through 16. So it starts off the same, down, down, up, up. But instead of going to the side, you're going to dip, dip, and then you are going to block up. So everybody go 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. All right? So down, down, up, up, dip, dip, up, boom. All right? So 9, 10, 11, 12, all right? 13, 14, 15, 16. All right, so review. 8, this is the beginning we did last week. Down, down, up, up, side, side, stab, up. All right, now we're doing this week's. Down, down, up, up, block, 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 up. All right, practice that, rewind, and watch. All right, I can slow it down for you one more time. Let me just slow it down for you one time. All right, ready? So, in my right hand, down, down, up, up, side, down, block, up. All right, work on that and have fun with it. Alrighty, let's do it. Alrighty, guys. So last but not least, I don't want to forget to talk about the star that we're working on, which is positive self-image. Alright, so we're going to talk about the star and then we're going to talk about the stripe. Alright, remember that when you hear something nice, whether it's a compliment about your outfit, it's a compliment about maybe something more karate related, like your form, it's a compliment on your schoolwork and how hard you're working, it makes you feel happy and it makes you feel good inside, right? I know I like it when people compliment me too, like especially when I like to smile, right? Smiling, if you see Miss Allie not smiling, you either 1, did not do a push-up correctly, or 2, something's up. But I'm always smiling. So when someone compliments me on that, it makes me feel happy, all right? And when I feel happy and people like my smile, it makes me feel positive and appreciative, and I think of my smile as something happy. Whereas if somebody saw my smile and said, Miss Alli, your smile is kind of ugly, or your teeth are too big for your face, all right, then I'd probably have a negative self-image. All right, so for all of you out there, what's one thing that someone has said to you, or an action, it doesn't always have to be something that was said, or an action that someone did to make you feel good, right? Was it, you know what, maybe your teacher showed off your project to the whole class, all right? She didn't tell you directly that you did a great job, which she probably did, he or she probably did, but if your artwork is hanging on the wall and you didn't even know and you found it there, it probably makes you feel good, right? Like, someone thinks my art is good, right? And that's going to make you have a positive self-image about yourself and your art. And you're going to continue to do things that make you happy, and you're going to continue to make that art. Or in karate class, if I use one of you guys as a example, or in the videos that I've been posting, right? You guys, if I've seen those videos, you're most likely going to be in them, but I always make sure that I compliment and I tell you one thing that I think you did really good on. And hopefully that helps you view your karate as amazing, because all of you are awesome and all of you had the intensity last month and you deserve to be recognized for it. And when you're recognized for things that you do that are good and it made you feel happy and positive, right, you reflect on that activity as happy, and you will remember it, and remember it, and it will help you grow in a good way. So your task is, while you're at home with your siblings and your family, right, you're going to go around and you're going to make sure you compliment, whether it's your mom, which your mom should get a lot of compliments, or your dad or your parent, for keeping you in check and taking care of you during this time. Maybe since they're helping you with your school and making sure your minds are still in check, right? Make sure you say, you know what, Mom, you know what, Dad, you know what, sister, brother, thank you for helping me during this time. Tell them thank you. Thank them for making you dinner. Thank them for, helping you out. Thank them for playing a game with you. All right? Be appreciative these next few days, and it will make the other person feel good, but it'll also make you feel happy too, because you're doing a good thing. So you can either do that, or you can, acts of kindness are also nice too. All right? You can, make your bed, right? Yeah, it'll make you feel good, but how many times has your mom told you to make your bed, or clean your room, or do something? Acts of kindness, all right, will not only help the other people in your life, but will also make you feel good too. So let's work on that. And finally, we got to talk about speed. Guys, the temple run workout that we did in the beginning of the workout, you should have been running as fast as you could, because in karate, we have to be fast at times, especially in our self-defense, which we will touch upon later this week, all right? If you're not running fast, that was the workout. If you're not doing your self-defense quick enough with the right technique, you're not going to get away. If you rush through it because you don't care, well, then you're not going to be able to get away if you find yourself in a scary situation. You have to have the right speed, but with speed comes technique, just like at school. If you're doing a test or you're doing your homework and you rush through because you think you know everything and you didn't check your answers and maybe you picked a wrong answer, well, yeah, you used speed and you got through the test, but you didn't use technique and go back and check, all right? In your forms and your self-defense, yeah, we want to get from point A to point B really quickly, but you have to make sure, especially in Hidden Sword, that you hide that sword, that you step behind, that you scrunch your shoulders. Everything in between has to count. So speed. We're getting a white stripe this month. Think of white lightning strike, all right? Move quickly, but think about the technique that comes with your forms. You guys got it? So, speed, speed, speed. Run fast, be fast, but think smart.